I wanted to also talk a little bit about non-mainstream news. This is non-mainstream news. This is news that is not mainstream, and it's in a way just as horrifying, if not worse. So let's watch. This is One America News Network. You have Gorka and Stephanie Hamill, whoever this is. I don't know.
And it's it's so odd.
And they're gonna talk about this. This is a couple days old, but their whole thing, OAN. Keep in mind, OAN has been asking Donald Trump questions in the White House press conferences. These guys are within the Trump administration. They're in the circles of Donald Trump. These people are a lot more powerful and a lot more influential than you might think. You might think, OAN, I've never heard of that. Is that a real thing? Yeah, it's a real thing, and these people actually take it seriously. Let's watch.
Remember, I'm young enough to remember back in 2016 when all the headlines and all the sycophants on TV were breathlessly reporting and had their panties in a bunch over the idea that President Trump wouldn't accept election results. Of course, they didn't have any evidence to back up these claims. They just love saying that. And now the new phrase is, oh, there's not going to be a peaceful transfer of power if President Trump doesn't win. Yeah, there wouldn't be a peaceful transfer of power if the Democrats try to cheat with their mail-in voting scam.
The reason they're not answering the question on the U.S. Supreme Court is because they want to have a court that is politicized so that when they get all these fraudulent mail-in ballots going to Democrat candidates, their buddies are going to say, yeah, you won that, you won that, you won that. So it's transparent, it's illegitimate. But
so let me get this straight here. So Sebastian Gorka, in this moment, is on OAN, right? And he is saying that he is basically outlining the strategy that Trump is using with the Supreme Court, but saying that the Democrats are going to do it. So the court's politicized for liberals? What? The court's politicized for Democrats? What? And they're going to use, that's why they don't want Amy Comey, or Coney, is it Comey or Coney? I think it's Coney. Amy Coney Barrett on the court because that way the liberals will win? What? What? Okay, let me re-watch this because this is bizarre stuff. This is so bizarre. And again, you might think, what is this? Is this it's got this clip here has 400 views. That's just because I found it from a random Twitter account. But you might be thinking, what? Who are these people? Sebastian Gorka formerly worked in the White House. The president watches this network. The president likes to take questions from this network. This is serious stuff.
Fraudulent mail-in ballots going to Democrat candidates, their buddies are going to say, yeah, you won that, you won that, you won that. So it's transparent, it's illegitimate, but that's who the Democrat Party have become.
So many millions of Americans were just hearing this for the first time. So I hope that they took the opportunity to maybe go learn a little bit more and do a Google search and understand the frustration that President Trump feels and his supporters when they feel like the Democrats are the ones actually trying to steal the election.
Now, here's the thing. You know that the people that are watching OAN are not going to do a Google search. When people say, oh, do your own research, they are banking on you not doing your own research. Because if you did do your own research, right, then you would clearly know what they're saying is bunk. It's garbage. It's stupid nonsense. But if you do your own research, they also speak in a way that primes you. Oh, look at the fake news media saying all these lies about President Trump. President Trump is fighting the fake news. You Google it and you see all the fake news, right? That's what they're banking on. That's what they want you to think when you Google things. Or, you're just not going to Google things. There's one of two options here. And that's kind of again, the inclusivity here.
Trying to steal the election.
Yeah, let's not encourage your viewers to go and Google it. You won't find the truth until
I do like the editing from whoever posted
to page 5 or 6 on a Google search. That is, big tech. That's left wing. Use something else. Use Firefox, DuckDuckGo, but don't resort to Google.
Yeah, well, these days for Democrats, they're like, if we can't win, then we'll just change the rules and make up lies and smear. I mean, that's what they do. Anyways, we got to...
Again, this is the idea, right, that there's people out there that actually believe this stuff. I get it, right? I get it. It's all conspiracy networks. It's all just fucking propaganda. People just, oh, their friend or their family member believes this, so they are not, one way or the other. Why not just start listening to my friend or family a little bit more, and then all of a sudden you believe it, and then your friends believe it, and that's how propaganda and conspiracy theories like this shit promulgate. And when you've got people that have worked within the White House on a fucking news thing like this, you're going to have this happen, right? But like, it's to me, it's wild that you can say that the Supreme Court is packed with the Democrat liberal friends. What? And that the mail-in ballots are all going to be hacked and cheated? What? Now here, I'm going to vote in person because I am very skeptical of mail-in ballots being legitimate. Now, when I say that, I don't mean that I'm skeptical of the system being legitimate. I'm skeptical of whether or not my vote will fucking count if I use a mail-in ballot. I actually might vote tomorrow. Early voting in my state starts tomorrow, so I might vote tomorrow. I might do Above It All live. That's actually a good idea. Should I do Above It All live from the polling place tomorrow? Really makes you think. That sounds fun. But yeah, the whole idea of mail-in ballots in this whole thing is Trump is going to try to get a case on the Supreme Court. Do mail-in ballots count? Are they legitimate? And they might just have, the state of Pennsylvania. They might just have the state of Ohio. They might just have Wisconsin, Michigan, or they might have them all. And the Supreme Court might say, especially if Amy Coney Fuck is on there, they might just say, you know what? Fuck it. Trump's been good to me. Round 2, Trump, I'll give it to you. They did it in 2000. Right? They did it in 2000. Now, even though they said, this is not a precedent, don't use this as precedent, you think they're not going to use it as precedent? Come on, man. Jesus. This shit is getting ridiculous. But again, Sebastian Gorka, just going at it on One America News Network. And we're reaching, endgame right now. This is, we are reaching, a disaster of just everything. Just everything is so bad. Everything is so bad, and I only think it's going to get worse. Oh god, I don't want to get too much of a doomer here, but geez, this is really bad.